and we come together through a shared vision and a common set of common goals and values. And one of an important value that we share across the 7 countries is we have community at heart. And in the Pacific, the 7 countries are Fiji, Solomon Islands, PNG, Philippines, Indonesia, Pohnpei, Palau. And then the interest is still growing. In the West Indian Ocean, it's already mentioned by Al, there are 119 sites with covering 1,800 square kilometers across 5 countries, and MPAs is about 7,100 square kilometers of that. So that's about the LMA network. And I think what we were interested in is looking at under what conditions does this locally managed marine area network work best in, and also the networking. How can networking be done to promote communities' participation in marine management? So just to give you some the spread of the global LMA network at this stage, I hope we can just focus on the countries that's from the West Indian Ocean: Kenya, Tanzania, Comoros, Mozambique, Madagascar. Moving on to the Pacific, we have Palau, Guam, Micronesia, and Marshall Islands towards French Polynesia, probably the northernmost part of the Pacific. I guess that shows the spread of the LMA network, the evolution over the last 10 years. And we hope that today, in the next 1.5 hours, you'll be able to unpack some of those rich experiences that these community managers or possess. And we hope that we can focus on these 3 topics for our discussion today. And at this point, I'd like to invite Sean to continue to help guide our discussion for the rest of the day.
Hi, thanks so much, Alfred. I'm Sean Peabody from Madagascar. I work for Blue Ventures. So I'm just going to help facilitate a little bit today, and we're going to move into the small group discussion, which I hope will be probably one of the most valuable parts of this session. Those are the community reps. This is what they're here for. So what we're going to do is break into groups of 7, and I need to do some quick math to figure out how many groups that is. Okay, so that's 7 groups. And I think the easiest way to do it is to just sort of spread out with the reps. So if you have Guyen, can you stand over here? And Dixon, maybe sort of in the middle of the room there. Brian, you want to go here? Can you stand over here?
Yeah. Okay.
And then Dixon in the middle there. See Jimmy in the back. You guys want to stand up, please? Stand up. Okay. And then we've got Phil here. You want to stand up, Phil, please? And Solar. You stand up, please. Stand up. And then Jacqueline, you stand up. And then we just need one more. So Roger, why don't you come up to the front? C'est pas des mamans de société. Okay, so each of these reps, and then there's a number of others. They need 5 to 6 more friends. Okay. So just come to the. I think the best thing is to come to the reps and then move the chairs into like a little circle. And I'll give you guys 5 minutes or so to do that. Okay, does that work?
What do you reckon? There's some chairs, I won't get it.
So how many people in this group have you got? You guys put form a group? Yeah.
Exactly. Canadian Australian culture. Sticking each other up. She's sick of us. We got 4 groups.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Okay, so we've got our groups. And so what I'd like you guys to talk about is essentially we just want to start sharing experiences, best practices, and challenges. And we thought it would be easiest if we could sort of give you guys some starting points. So we've got 3 topics that we've picked out, and we've allotted 20 minutes for each of these topics. Get off these topics a little bit, that's fine. There's no penalty for that. And then everyone's got this piece of paper that was on the chair. Okay? So this is for you to take notes with. At the end of the session, we'll collect these. And you'll see we're sort of trying to discuss, and then we'll move towards the idea is we're discussing, and then we're going to talk about ways in which we can continue this discussion past this event, past this session. So as you go ahead and take notes. You want to identify the best practices in this first part. So that's all you really need to worry about on the sheet. This is the first part up here. Right? It says, please note 2 to 3 best practices and ideas you feel are working with regards to local management. So as you discuss enforcement and conflict for the next 20 minutes, I just want you guys to just take notes. Okay. All right. So I'll come back in 20 minutes and I'll introduce a little more setting up element. Enforcement and conflict resolution, so we're talking about within the context of locally managed marine areas. Enforcement and conflict resolution is usually done by the community, within the community. And it's very often a major challenge. But LMAs have found a lot of unique solutions, and they're different in different areas. So I think it'd be useful to discuss this. And also you can discuss the interaction between government enforcement and local enforcement. So if there aren't any questions, let's jump in. Let's go.
Maybe best to begin. Maybe just go around the room and see what our experiences in enforcement. Whether we have a problem with enforcement first, and if you have a problem with enforcement, the experience working with communities, management rules. Speak up a little bit. Yes, probably best that we just go around the circle and just share the experience. First, identifying whether you have enforcement issues in your area, in your community, or where you work, and if you address the issue well, and what are some of the, if you have, and what are some of the best practices or enabling factors or success factors that you can share with us. Does that work? Well, I'm Phil Richardson, I'm from Australia, and from the top part of Australia, in Queensland, and ours is a little bit different to Lama. But it's a same animal, but with a different name. And in our area, we based our area on the tribal boundaries in our saltwater country. And there are problems already that we are trying to deal with a very dominant government enforcement agency. And there's about 3 of them. Queensland Police, Water Police, Queensland Fisheries Agency, and Queensland Parks and Wildlife Service. They're about the 3 major, that's the Great Barrier Reef and Marine Park Authority, but they're about the 3 enforcement agencies, and they're enforced under different legislation. So it makes it a bit difficult. Fisheries deal with fisheries. Water police with everything. Oh, so that's right. And our management is based on customary law, and it clashes sometimes with those agencies. So we're trying to develop, for want of a better term, regional management driven by the indigenous people for that particular area. And I spoke yesterday, on Monday, about the traditional use of marine resources agreement. It's an agreement amongst our people to take turtle and dugong in our area, and we've developed how many turtle we take, how many dugong we take, and our hunting areas where we can hunt them. So that's all outlined very clearly in the traditional use of marine resources agreement, and we've got that adopted and now as part of the bigger white law, I suppose. So now that comes under the law, it's enforceable under the white legislation as well as and the Aboriginal legislation, I suppose. So in that Tumra region, we're trying to really negotiate with government to give some enforcement powers
to indigenous ranges, our ranges, to enforce certain powers. So we're still having that debate with Queensland government, but they're very reluctant to give those powers to anybody else other than officers of the Crown, basically, so, which means government officers. But we're still debating it at the moment, and if we can, we have our own ranges enforcing our law in our area.
So the Tamara arrangement is in a way quite similar to the element concept. Tamara is a traditional use resources agreement that's within the Great Barrier Reef rainforest.
That's right, yeah. And it's difficult at times getting the indigenous voice there because there's so much, like, in our state, in our country, we are, as I was saying, we're a minority, and the governments really run the show as well. So there's very little need for indigenous engagement because they have saturated that place with all these resources, boats and offices and all. So to find our place as Indigenous Australians in that space is very difficult. We really have to be very strategic about how we do this, and very smart about how we do this. And it's not like some areas, maybe in some other element in these areas, where the Indigenous people are the majority. So that's a little bit easier. In our case, we are the minority. Finding our place in there sometimes quite difficult.
Even in your local the area where you're particularly talking about, you have conflicts with the whole white users of the space,
tourism, commercial fishing, the whole range. We argue with them that sometimes they're overfishing, too much fishing going on, and too much boat movements, and so on. If you can imagine, the Great Barrier Reef is a very popular tourist attraction. There's hundreds of millions of people every year to see the Barrier Reef. So it's very difficult for us to get in there, and it's all about money, making money for the Queensland government. We're arguing and asking them for some of that to go back into Indigenous management, but from a value-added perspective, there are a whole range of issues.
Do you have any, so with the enforcement, are you happy with the current arrangement for the government to enforce, or you think there's a better way?
I think there's a better way. Like going back to what you were saying about our Tamara region being our local marine management area, eventually we as the Indigenous people from Murray want to deliver this from enforcement to research in our LMMA. And that's going to be a challenge, but I think we're on our way to being there.
Like a local agreement or local regulation to control anything like a soft, like a soft enforcement that.
No, it's all run by the Queensland government, or the sort of state government, or the state government. And the state and Commonwealth have divided the marine park into zones. As you were saying, it's in different zones. There's and they're all different colours, and green being the green and yellow being like the other is a scientific zone, a lot of science stuff happens, and green zone is the marine park zone, and that's otherwise you can't fish there, you can't do anything, you can't take it in. But there's a legislation called the Native Title Act in Australia, and that allows fish owners to undertake their business in any of those. as long as it's done according to customary law.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Melanie Zerba. My interest in llamas has to do with Gurungen actually, so Phil has pretty much said everything. I'm a PhD student from Canada, so I'm really interested in the connectivity between different places. So when I was finished my work with Gurungen, I presented to a group on the north coast of British Columbia, and they were really interested in the model there, especially because we're both IUCN following nations. So, no, I'm at University of Manitoba. Thank you.
My name is Brenda. Actually, I come from Thailand, working with IUCN, and now we're working with a small island. It's like a diving island. It's a tourism, like a diving learning center. Called Got Tao. It's near Got Ngan and Got Smuda. They are very famous for Thailand. And so many people come here around the world for learning and diving because it's cheap. And it's easy to see the coral reef around. But the problem is the area, is the land tenure is actually belong to the government.